Is it time to buy or sell Intel stock? In this video, we will explore Intel in depth. Our initial report was published on Thursday, the 25th of September, 2025, and we are now here to offer an even more comprehensive analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and activate the notification bell to stay informed about our latest analyses. You won't want to miss any critical updates that could influence your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Leverage the capabilities of AI to receive free price predictions and in-depth analyses for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please be aware that this video is intended for informational purposes only and should not be interpreted as financial advice. Since the 13th of August, 2025, our system has ranked Intel as a strong buy candidate, assigning it a score of 7.13. Let's examine the stock's performance over this period. Those who adhered to our analysis would have experienced a remarkable gain of 52.97% since we first identified Intel as a buy candidate 31 days ago. This corresponds to an average return of 1.71% per day since it was designated as a strong buy candidate. The current 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 21.78% over the next 3 months, with a possible return ranging from negative 17.68% to 21.78%. Looking at the longer term, our 12-month analysis indicates a projected change of 3.80%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary between negative 42.85% and 3.80% over the next year. In current terms, this would place the future price somewhere between $19.43 and $35.28. Our latest daily update for Intel includes the headline, Intel stock price up more than 8.87% on Thursday. The Intel stock price gained 8.87% on the last trading day, Thursday, the 25th of September, 2025, rising from $31.22 to $33.99. It has now gained for 3 consecutive days. It will be interesting to see whether it continues to rise or takes a brief pause in the coming days. During the last trading day, the stock fluctuated by 9.74%, with a day low at $31.21. and a day high of $34.25. The price has increased in 6 of the last 10 days and is up by 38.11% over the past 2 weeks. Volume has also increased on the last day alongside the price, which is a positive technical indicator, with a total of 133 million more shares traded than the previous day. In total, 291 million shares were bought and sold for approximately $9.890 billion. Over the past 52 weeks, the highest stock price reached was $34.25, while the lowest price was $17.67. Currently, the price is 0.76% or 26 cents below the 52-week high and 50.95% or $35.30 below the all-time high on January 24, 2020. When the price peaked at $69.29. Intel shares experienced a significant increase today following reports that CEO Lip-Bu Tan has been establishing strategic partnerships and securing funding, including outreach to Apple and TSMC. This move comes as the company seeks external support after the United States government acquired a stake of approximately 10%. The news led to a sharp rise in Intel's stock price, contributing to a multi-day rally and a remarkable intraday surge of around 6% as the market began to factor in the potential for investments, partnerships, and customer commitments. In the short term, the rumors and outreach undoubtedly create a positive atmosphere. They enhance market sentiment, attract trading momentum, and may lead to a continued upward trend if concrete agreements or commitments materialize. However, near-term volatility is expected to remain high as investors respond to headlines rather than actual deals. Looking towards the future, significant investments or manufacturing partnerships could expedite Intel's recovery by enabling the construction of fabrication facilities, ensuring customer demand, and restoring credibility. On the other hand, any efforts to raise capital or make strategic concessions could potentially dilute shareholder value or complicate governance, particularly with the existing government stake, and there remains a considerable execution risk associated with advanced technology nodes. Therefore, it's essential to monitor the terms of any announced deals, the timeline for capital expenditures, and the milestones for execution, as these factors will ultimately influence the company's valuation. Analyst ratings. On Friday, the 19th of September 2025, it was reported that UBS assigned INTC a neutral grade with a hold recommendation. On the same day, Benchmark rated INTC with a buy grade and an upgrade recommendation. On Thursday, the 18th of September 2025, Roth Capital also rated INTC as neutral with a hold recommendation. On Tuesday, the 19th of August 2025, Bernstein rated INTC as market perform with a hold recommendation. On Tuesday, the 8th of July 2025, Citigroup gave INTC a hold grade with a hold recommendation. Analysts have assigned a general sell rating to Intel stock. They categorize the price-to-earnings ratio as a strong sell, while the price-to-book ratio receives a buy rating. Regarding return on investment, the stock is also rated as a strong sell by the analysts. The following signals have been identified for Intel. Today's chart presents mostly positive signals. The Intel stock shows buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, suggesting a favorable outlook for the stock. Additionally, there's a general buy signal indicated by the relationship between these averages, as the short-term average is positioned above the long-term average. Should there be any downward corrections, support is anticipated around the levels of $29.77 and $24.99. A decline below either of these points would trigger sell signals. A buy signal was generated from a pivot bottom point on Friday, the 1st of August 2025, and since then, the stock has increased by 76%. Further upward movement is expected until a new top pivot is established. Moreover, a buy signal is also evident from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, or MACD. Volume is increasing in tandem with the price, which is regarded as a positive technical indicator. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence. Buy signal. Pivots. Buy signal 39 days ago. Bollinger. Buy signal 6 days ago. Short-term moving average. Sell signal 11 days ago. Long-term moving average. Buy signal 32 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages. Buy signal 29 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average. Sell signal 11 days ago. The long-term moving average. Buy signal 33 days ago. The relation between the short and the long moving averages. Buy signal 57 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for Intel. Of the downside, the stock finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $31.22 and $30.57. There is an inherent risk when a stock is testing a support level, as breaching this level could lead to a decline towards the next support level. In this case, Intel finds support just below today's level at $31.22. If this level is breached, the subsequent support from accumulated volume will be at $30.57 and $29.58. This stock may experience significant movement throughout the day, indicating high volatility, and with a substantial prediction interval from the Bollinger Band, it is classified as high risk. Over the last day, the stock fluctuated $3.04 between its high and low, or 9.74%. For the past week, the stock has shown an average daily volatility of 6.43%. Before we dive into the potential trading levels for Intel, let's quickly cover some essential fundamental data. First, let's discuss the price-to-earnings ratio, commonly referred to as the PE ratio. This important metric measures a company's current share price in relation to its earnings per share. A negative PE ratio indicates that the company is experiencing negative earnings or is operating at a loss. Even well-established companies can face downturns, often due to circumstances beyond their control. However, Consistently negative PE ratios could point to insufficient profits and a possible risk of bankruptcy. In other news, the upcoming earnings report for the third quarter of 2025 is anticipated on the 30th of October, 2025. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for Intel. There's no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, indicating that the stock could move upward swiftly under favorable conditions. In this scenario, it may be beneficial to enter a position and utilize volume to determine the optimal exit point. On the downside, Intel faces its first support level at $31.22. If this support level holds, it could present a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. The combined average rating for Intel from multiple analyst sources is to sell. Now, let's examine some recent insider trades. The 5 most recent insider trades were executed by Scott Gowell, who bought and sold 22,646 shares or options in the company. Based on the 100 most recent insider trades, we've determined that insider power is positive, with a ratio of 85.510. Overall, insiders purchased 6,573,077 shares and sold 365,770 shares in the last 100 trades. Our recommended stop loss is set at $32.84, which represents a decrease of 3.38%. This stock exhibits significant daily fluctuations, indicating a higher level of risk. The 14-day relative strength index stands at 81, further heightening the risk. Additionally, there is a buy signal generated from a pivot bottom identified 38 days ago. Is Intel stock a good buy? Intel presents several positive indicators and is currently in a strong upward trend. As the saying goes, let the trend be your friend. Thus, we consider it to be a favorable option at this point and anticipate further gains over the next 3 months. Our analysis has been upgraded from a buy rating to a strong buy candidate since our last evaluation. However, after assessing the volatility and price movements from the most recent trading day, our systems indicate that the current price may be overvalued. For trading on Friday, the 26th of September, we predict that Intel will open lower by 84 cents, starting at $33.15. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money. It is advisable to consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on StockInvest.us. By utilizing the information provided, you accept responsibility for your own investment choices. This is our current view of the stock. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the stock? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day from all of us here at StockInvest.